Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've watched videos from me before. My name is Shani and I am here to help you unleash your personal brand, which means becoming a magnet for premium clients in your business, becoming a magnet for referrals, and also becoming the recognized authority in your field. But on this YouTube channel, I also like to talk a lot about mindset stuff. I love talking about life updates. I might even throw in some dating updates in there because I'm creating this whole new life. You know, it's the end of the year by the time I'm recording this, and every time it's a new year, we start creating the resolutions, we start creating the goals. And then still we look back and some of those, or maybe even the majority, have not happened. So I'm actually in my process of writing my journal right now. And I decided to make a video because I'm tackling my own quote unquote lessons or failures. And it might be helpful to you to do the same as well, okay? So a couple of goals that I had for myself were to be more social. I had a goal to get back in shape, get my body back on track. And also I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to be on YouTube for years and years and years. And a couple of those I did achieve, so I'm very happy with the progress of my fitness. Even though after I went to Atlanta last October, I never went back to the gym. So I've been skipping the gym for the past 2 months, but I already have a plan in place to get back in shape and get back to the gym, which I'll tell you about. And by the way, I'm gonna get into this as a part of the topic too. This video is gonna be something that I'm gonna be doing a lot, where I'm just sitting here working from home at my desk and doing a quick YouTube video with what's on my mind without having it scripted, without having the perfect lighting or the perfect background. And you might hear some noise in the background. It might be people walking in here. It might be the dogs. I'm a foster for rescues. If you didn't know, it's something that I started doing this year. It was on my goals for a while. I so underestimated how much time and work it takes. So if I wasn't working from home, I actually would not be able to do the fostering, but it's my passion to rescue and help animals in need. So I've got 2 of them, and they are loud and wild and crazy. They're still being trained, so you might hear them in the background, but we're just gonna roll with the punches. Because one of the goals that I did not do well with is my presence on YouTube and sharing things that I've learned or sharing things that I'm doing, because I keep waiting for the perfect time, which when you're working from home, if you maybe have kids, I have foster puppies, it's never a perfect time because there's always something happening in the background. They are loud AF. They might run in the frame and out of the frame. I've got Bentley that might start barking at them. The cat might jump on this table. I mean, it's never the perfect time. And I am teaching myself and sharing this tip with you to find a good balance between professionally produced content for your brand or your business and DIY, spontaneous, at home, not too much makeup, no perfect outfit, you know, your concealer all over the place type of videos or posts or content. Because if we only wait for when things are aligned and perfect, or for when we are in the mood, then it's never gonna happen. So going back to New Year's resolutions and reinventing yourself, I like to level up myself just like you're in a video game leveling up your character every single year. And I reinvent who I decide that I am every single year. And sometimes I do it every single quarter. You will see that I have this book here. These are the most life-changing books for me on top here where I work. Atomic Habits, you'll see me talking about that a lot. Alter Ego Effect, and then 12-Week Year. So I reset my success and who I am and my mindset every year and sometimes even every 12 weeks. And I also teach my clients to do the same. Wait, let me get this this phone stand back right. Anyways, so the first thing you have to do when you're working on this is normalizing this elevated version of yourself, because sometimes we want to become this bigger persona, this bigger businesswoman, this uber successful person, and we put that goal on such a perfection pedestal that we never start, because we're waiting to have the equipment, we're waiting for the outfit, we're waiting for the moment, we're waiting for the team, or whatever you bring in your head as an excuse. And then you look back 6 months later and nothing happened. And I realized, which is why I love this book so much, that the changes happen in those minuscule moments every single day, and they accumulate and become this big thing that you have in your mind, okay? Snoop, stop it. Okay, he's now breaking his blanket. He's biting holes into his blanket. That's his activity of the day. So instead of me waiting for a moment where I'm in a studio with my professional videographer team with my scripted topics to come back to my YouTube, I just put my phone up and decided I'm gonna do it here, sitting at my desk just before I start my workday. And you'll see a lot of these in the moment, sharing my random thoughts type of videos, because it does help someone. And it does, I think, set an example to do things without waiting for perfection. So I recommend, when it comes to creating content, that you have a mix between those professionally produced photo shoots and videos with your spontaneous moments in the office or at home, because people want to see both. That's why here on YouTube, for example, vlogs do so well, because they're not so commercialized, if that makes sense. So that's one thing. Normalize this big pedestal of a goal that you have into this is just a random day of who I am. This is just normal. Oh, of course I can get that type of business. Of course I can do this type of video. Of course I can have this type of car. It's normal. It's not here yet, but it's normal. I'm on my way to it, right? Because that helps you do the little steps each day that actually bring it to you. The other thing is manage your goals day by day. So with fitness, I did this very well. I might not have done it as well when it comes to some business goals and YouTube and other things that I have, but I'm starting it over, so you can too. I just have to manage today. So with fitness, I have cravings. I love everything sweet. I love fries. I love junk food. And it was a battle when I was working on my body and my fitness goals. And I said, well, I'm not going to worry about being able to eat healthy the whole week. I'm not going to worry about being at the gym the whole week. All I want to accomplish is managing today. But if you look at the year is formed out of 365 todays. So every time you manage today is a huge win when you look at the total. So instead of trying to plan to be perfect for the whole week, just make sure you've covered today. And then tomorrow you'll worry about tomorrow. So hit just the goals that you have today when it comes to the amount of posts you want to make, the amount of videos you want to make. Hit the goal just today of going to the gym. Hit the goal just today of making those 5 phone calls. Just today. If you don't do it tomorrow, we can't worry about it right now yet. Because sometimes it becomes so overwhelming to say, I'm going to stick with this for this whole 30-day month, that we just don't start in the first place. And even if you only have managed one day, it's more than you did when you managed 0. So by breaking things down into just managing one day, I actually did so well when it comes to fitness. So I'm gonna do it for the other goals that I have as well. Guys, stop it. Okay. And then the other thing is that success loves speed, which again, so the managing things by day, Atomic Habits is going to help you do that very well. This is a life-changing book here. And then this one, 12-week year, okay? Success loves speed. So let's say I'm going to take it back to business goals. So for me to get a new client, typically, it happens after 10 sales calls. Now, for me to have 10 sales calls, I'm just going by the law of averages in my business, and I always play it safe by taking the 10% rule. It might be that I'm doing much better than only 10%. Sometimes it's 25, 30%, but if I plan for the worst case scenario, then I'm covered regardless, right? So for me to have 10 sales calls, following the 10% rule, it means that I need to have connections with 100 people. And then for me to have connections with 100 people, that means that 1,000 people have to see my stuff. So you could take it the slow way to say, well, this year I'm going to make a sale by having 1,000 people watch my stuff. 100 people of those are going to actually talk to me and connect with me in the chat. And then 10 of those are going to have sales calls with me. So one of them are going to be a sale and become a client. Now, if you sell a premium package that is $100,000, that might not be a problem. But I have smaller packages, so I need to speed up the process. So right now I'm writing down in my journal and I'm already thinking, okay, I actually wrote this down. How can I have, instead of 10 sales calls a month, how can I have 10 sales calls a day? That means that I need to connect with 100 people. So how can I chat to 100 people a day? Well, it's not going to happen one-on-one, is it? So I'm already then, my brain is starting to think about new ways and new questions. So that's how I came up with doing a weekly webinar where I give tips, because if I can promote that webinar for 1,000 people to see the ad, then I can get 100 people in that webinar, which speeds up the 10 calls a day, because I can't do it one-on-one. So my brain starts to think in other ways when I try to speed up the process. So then you can go, well, okay, how can I have, instead of 1,000 people seeing my video or my post or my photos a month, what type of ad or collab or event or activity does it take for 1,000 people to see it on a day? And we're gonna find that answer together, but it's videos like this, it's advertising campaigns, it's collabs with people that have maybe more followers than you, it's live streaming together with more people. It's things like that that start to come up when you speed up your deadline. And then it brings you into this, right? What's the alter ego? Who do I need to become to be the type of person that has the courage to put out an ad for 1,000 people to see it? And then you start thinking in that way, and you realize that it doesn't even take that big of a budget to get 1,000 views on something. It doesn't even take that big of a courage to message someone that has more followers and say, I would like to do a podcast with you, or I would like to interview you for my Instagram live, or whatever the case might be. And sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. But every small win will accumulate to the point that you turn around 6 months later and you have the goals, because you started by normalizing it and making it something that's within your reach by managing it just day by day. So right now I'm thinking, okay, if I want 1,000 people to see my stuff today, what can I do? And it motivated me to hop on YouTube really quickly, so that I have things that I can take and clip and promote and use, because now I'm on that level of chasing the goal. So I ramble a little bit because I'm distracted by the puppies, but this is what you're gonna get, okay? I decided I'm just gonna have my tripod here. I'm just gonna share a little bit every day and slowly but surely try again to bring some more consistency into it. It's the style of the previous video that I talked about, where I was saying that I want to have, whoops. Am I still on? My phone was ringing. Where I was saying that I want to have these types of morning confessional videos every day. So I'm picking that up again. And we're not gonna do only the produced videos. You are gonna see some amazing produced professional content that I created last month. But in between, on the day-to-day, we're just gonna chat with the dogs and the birds and everything in the background, because the important part is the message, and then that's gonna bring me to where I need to be, okay? And that's gonna bring you to where you need to be. So I hope this helped. I hope the rambling still gave you some tips and pointers that you can take action on, and let me know other things that you want to talk about, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.